Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
You guys travel into one last room, realizing now that, oh boy,
we're screwed?
that pizza room, that wasn't the, that wasn't the gate before the last boss or whatever, that was a kitchen, that was a kitchen.
Oh.
And, you walk into the gorgeous dinner room. Marcus, you've been here before,
I sure have.
There is a vague menacing smog emitting from this room, but as you take a step into the room, your feet sinking into the lush, expensive carpeting, you hear a crash from behind you, and you're all thrown forward as someone charges in behind you. You notice, adorning the top of her head, is a pair of star-shaped sunglasses.
No. How could you kill Rory?
In reality, flashback to a few minutes ago, Rory tripped and she just found him KO'd on the ground.
These look cool.
He was an innocent. He was just a naive kid. I hate this.
Are you a late arriving ally, or?
I don't think so on this one, guys. Nahal puts up her hands. Okay.
She looks down at a sheet.
I was hoping we had another Zeron.
She looks down at the sheet. These are the exact people you need to stop. Nahal puts up her hands. Okay, didn't expect to be doing something cool like this, but, you guys go on ahead. I'll handle this one and probably die.
Don't.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, could you handle it and not die instead?
Well, if I do this, then I'm probably gonna die, so, like, you guys just go, okay? Let me have... Listen,
wait,
I've lived my...
Maybe ask her if you can, like, enjoy, I don't know, that fish over there. Enjoy a further last meal. I assume you like fish because you're a cat.
I can't believe this is the last fucking thing you're gonna say to me, you asshole.
You can do it, Nahal.
Yeah, see, that's cool. I was gonna say something like
eat the fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say something meaningful, like I just lived. Oh, she's eating the fish now.
Just eating it raw.
Power move.
I was gonna say something meaningful, like I lived my entire life day to day because, you know, my dark destiny or whatever. But now I'm just distracted. So, like, yeah, let me have my cool moment, okay? Just go on without me.
Thank you.
I'm still hungry.
Hey, we'll see you on the other side, okay?
Bye, Nahal. Run away immediately.
And I do not mean in the underworld. I mean, once we're done with all of this.
She'll be under something.
Not gonna touch that one.
Gregor, you start to walk away, and Nahal looks very nervous because she knows a single attack from this lady will kill her. And Nanook takes a step forward, and out of the corner of your eye, bing, something flies past and actually impacts Nanook on the shoulder. And Nanook, you look down and there's a fucking knife sticking out of your shoulder.
Oh.
Now it's a party.
The door slowly opens and someone actually dives through and rolls, immediately throwing 3 more knives afterwards. You look over as a cloaked figure actually, like, closes the distance, waves to you once specifically, Gregor, and sort of makes way for you. Nahal, slack-jawed, looks at the diminutive figure. I feel like my cool moment just got stolen. As he dashes past, and you hear a call of, "We'll catch up later."
Who is that dashing shinobi? Who is that strange masked dashing shaninja?
Gregor smiles confidently and Nahal, you're gonna be fine.
Cool. She looks over.
Nanook cracks her knuckles. She's like, good. I was worried that one-on-one would be boring.
You guys exit the room behind you as a fight begins to break out, and someone else walks through the door very, very languidly as the situation evolves. Oh my, and I was going to say something cocky and cool, and you all just had to steal my spotlight. He takes a step in as lights begin to form around him. All of the individual vegetables and the fish itself beginning to contort and change as the spirit folk of life begins to exert his domain on the room.
Fuck. That's so much. Oh no. Oh boy.
You, for the last time, you step out intrepidly into Castle Crowhenge, and
Is this another approach room?
yeah, this looks like another approach room. Hold on. Give me a sec. Kier slowly walks up. Hold on a sec, guys. Just give me a second. Slowly pushes open the door.
Is this like weird energy stuff?
Yeah, it's weird energy
Yeah,
stuff.
you probably
Okay,
shouldn't
cool.
touch it.
Yeah, there's people in there.
What kind of people?
I don't know. They seem busy. They seem like they're arguing.
Okay, but they were people, right?
Yeah, they were people.
Oh, we can deal with people.
Yeah, people can die.
I think one of them was the people that was keeping me in jail. What's up with the energy stuff, guys? Marcus, you look at it and it makes you fucking sick.
I don't like it.
Can I figure out anything about this weird stuff?
You look at all of that roiling energy around you, and you're like, ooh, that is... Fuck. You remember this goddamn energy. This is pure, unadulterated chaos. This is something that you tampered with back in the day to create the tear. And this, you can tell, is like the raw, unfiltered energy of creation. Think of it almost like the castle's lifeblood oozing out around you on all sides. Now, when you created that tear, you had to touch upon a lower, darker power and obtain the power of, and this is something Marcus would be very familiar with, demonic order. A legendary fell ability known as the red tape. The ability to order everything in the universe. Basically, this, Harlock, this disgusting, pure creation was what created the spectral fire that now wreaths your house. And you imposed order upon it to stop it from spreading, which created the scenario in which it lasted forever. This, you can tell, if its master willed it, could spring into whatever form it wanted to be, but if you touched it, it would turn you into whatever it wanted you to be. Bad.
Don't touch this stuff.
Okay.
Unless you got a really strong will and you know about it.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm just gonna not touch it.
Yeah.
My will is strong, though.
I try not to mess with magic stuff.
My will is middling. You suddenly...
Yeah, it is.
With that, you suddenly hear a crash from the far side of the room. And mere moments ago, two people stood in the far end of this room. One of them adorned in a helm with boar-like tusks, and the other a high-heeled individual you, of course, recognize. They stand before a door. This one, clearly very different than the others. It holds a certain air of importance to it. And, they rather slowly, like, languidly almost, like, approach it, and, okay, I'll try the next one. He walks forward, and he places another card on the door, and something flares to life. They throw it open. Oh, the Planner Observatory. A shame. Well, I'll try the next. Takes a step back, flicks through a deck, pulls out another
Oh,
card,
that's cheating.
takes another step forward, and he watches, his eyes dart back, and he looks to the far side of the room as the great door cracks open, and a one Cure Fiore looks down the hallway, and they make eye contact for a moment. He sees that. His face splits into a slight grin. Oh, this one's... Oh, wait, hold on. He takes a step backwards and shuffles through and touches another pocket. Of course. My mistake. Here we go.
Kier, is it another fucking approach room?
And he reaches in and he pulls out an old decrepit card, more just, like, awful looking than all the others. The name is long since worn off. We might as well try this one. After all, this one seems to hold some amount of significance. He takes a step forward, places it against the door, and is suddenly, in fucking half a second, clotheslined with a gigantic sword as something bursts through from the fucking other side of the door. Vice flies backwards, rolls across the ground, and lies there fucking motionless. The boar looks up at the Ashen Knight, whose home he's finally fucking located, and raises his weapon. That brings us to the crash that drew your attention.
Stupid fucking freearchy nesting antechambers.
It's to keep out the cold.
Is it?
It's fine. It is completely okay. This is the final boss approach room, aka the approach room that you fight the final boss in.
Okay, fine, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
You four enter the room and you see the Ashen Knight on the far side, picking up his sword and lowering it at the boar, who now holds Gregor a different weapon, one you don't actually recognize. You've seen this person in the past, and you know his general look and vibe, and fuck, that sword looks a little too gross, even for the boar. It seems to be almost a living organism. It's overgrown with a sort of fleshy substance, and you're pretty sure you see, like, gross protuberances. He picks it up and sort of levels it at the Ashen Knight. At least in the immediate, you guys haven't been noticed. Vice is lying motionless on the ground in front of you.
Harlock, as soon as she walks into the room, is going to put two and two together by the shape of this guy's helmet. And she's going to look at Gregor and say, hey.
Gregor's got his glaive out already.
Yeah, I assume that's the guy I promised to kill for you?
That's the guy.
Gregor, you see the situation in front of you and your eyes go red for a moment, and you see this man, one of the people instrumental in the slaughter of Renelin, and what do?
Gregor is suddenly overwhelmed with flashes of memories, hearing stories about the boar hunting down his comrades and reading the wanted posters and then the celebrations for the successful capture, torture, and executions of his friends carried out at the hands of the boar. And, he breaks a little bit.
Oh.
And he charges forward with all his might. He's too angry to even scream, and runs at the boar, seeking to impale him.
Oh, dope, okay.
Gregor.
Gregor, he lowers his sword and he starts to say something towards the Ashen Knight, opens his mouth, and with a whisper, there is just a fucking crunch, and from your perspective, you see the glaive just emerge from this man's stomach. On the other side, sticking straight through him, blood begins to just pour out of this man, out of his mouth, as Gregor has thoroughly fucking impaled him.
Wow.
You stick your glaive through his stomach, and you hear something whisper. Words fall from his mouth as he looks down at it, and he says something perceptible only to you. Ventus? And he's there. That's it. You're holding him still, Harlock.
Well, Gregor's doing great. So, Vice, he's unconscious.
Yeah, Vice
is
down,
the door
apparently.
that we just came through still open?
Yes.
So Harlock is going to grappling hook Vice's corpse. Not quite corpse yet. And she's going to throw him into the other room, specifically at those weird walls.
All right, then.
Okay, that's fun.
Oh, jeez.
You pull him over and fire Vice Riptide like a cannonball into the wall where he hits it and then splatters. Ew, gross.
Then I'm going to close the door.
Yeah, you slam that door shut.
I wish I had not seen that.
Yeah, that was pretty gory.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been that efficient.
Just look in the other direction at the man getting impaled.
That's much better.
Okay, the boar is still... Yeah, the boar continues to look down, and the look of shock actually starts to fade from his face, and it turns into an actual howl of agony as it's definitely connecting that he's impaled, but yeah, you recognize that noise, actually. It's not just like a guttural shriek of horror, which, yes, you've heard your fair share of, but this is the same as the howl of the castle. You've heard this noise again and again and again, and the blood that's pouring from his mouth begins to slip and turn into liquid mercury in front of your eyes, and in a second, Gregor, you feel something hot begin to worm its way down your glaive. Gregor, you managed to quickly pull your glaive. Are you going to leave the glaive in him, or pull
no,
out?
I need that to keep stabbing him.
Fantastic. Okay. You manage to react reflexively enough that you pull the glaive free and dive backwards as he falls to his knees, sort of gripping the sides of his face as this liquid metal begins to, like, pour from him and pool around him. And he lets out a yell as from that metal actually springs two paladins, and they both swing their blades down at you at the same time. The first one swings down at you and you dodge to the side a little bit too much, and you get caught in the lower back by this guy's fucking club as you slide backwards across the ground, taking a hearty 12 damage. You slide backwards into fucking paradoxically the same spot that Vice was lying motionless in, and you notice it's really damp, and that's bad. Like, that makes you kind of uncomfortable. You begin to add your own dampness as you bleed on that spot. Ashen Knight, it's your go.
Ashen Knight, using his sword almost like a walking cane, slams it into the steel and pulls himself forward, using his other hand to grip the upper part of the archway to pull himself through. Gregor, are you all right?
No.
I see. This is the man I saw in your mind. I will give you an opportunity. Ashen Knight is going to, as best as he can, get over here. And it ain't classy, it ain't fancy. He just brings his knife straight down like it's a can of tuna, twists it, and then presses it down further to just flatten this guy into the steelwork, and then drags it across the floor. There's an awful scraping sound, and there's now a new kind of trench in the steelwork. And he just looks over at the boar and is like, I may hate this castle, but I am still its king.